Hello everyone, it's Hanafuda, we're back, and today we're doing the Brazilian Grand Prix, as you can see. So the Autodromo Carlos Pace, something like that. So we'll see here if what I said about having to slow down for the turns holds true. I think in the qualifying laps you can flat everything out. But during the actual race, as you'll have noticed in the previous episode, hopefully, there are some corners you have to slow down for, and I figured that a lot of these you will have to slow down for. So, if you take a look at the track, you'll see that it's a nice recreation, pretty much of the real life track, Sao Paulo, Interlagos, whatever you like to call it. Sao Paulo, San Pablo. There you go. Easy. Lemon squeezy. Of course, it's just an NES game, so you don't have a lot of detail. See some buildings in the background right there. Forest. Yeah, I believe that this track is in a bit of a forested area. No elevation change like in the real track, and of course Interlagos is well known for its elevation changes through the turns. There's no Christ the Redeemer statue, though. Oh well. Wait, isn't that in Rio, though? I'm pretty sure that Sao Paulo is near Rio. It doesn't really matter where we qualified, but you'll see my teammate A Sessions has got the pole for Ferrari today. How nice. I think some of these names are actually based off of real people's names. I don't know exactly, though. Come on, where did we qualify? Yeah, back here again, not great. Alright, 15th, cool. That's right, this game was made by System 3, the same people that have done a few other racing simulator games like Ferrari Challenge Trofeo Pirelli, another great game. So it's interesting, through this S turn we haven't had to slow down. This was obviously, I think, before it was called the Senna S, because of course Senna was still alive when this game came out. But I don't want to have to show you what it's like trying to play this game at only 325 kilometers an hour, but look how easily I've passed everybody here. Hopefully I can show you the top three, weaving to defend their positions. Now you see this long, turn here, you have to slow down quite a few times, so yeah, there's your action there. And here's another hairpin, so yep. Just to slow down near the end. Alright, so that car didn't try to get in my way. But let's see here. I did this one, it's a bit odd, but certainly, first place, my teammate, who's now blue for some reason. It's odd. Alright, well, he hasn't tried to get in my way either. That's very odd. I'm not sure what that's about, but I do promise you that usually the top three cars do attempt to move out of your way. And, oh dear, believe it or not, I believe that may possibly be due to my turning off the... Oh, shit. Hit the wrong key there. I do believe that may possibly be due to my turning off the music. It would be so unusual if turning off the music does the same thing. Turns off the defensive maneuvers that the top three cars make. I tried accessing the Mexican Grand Prix, unfortunately, earlier, but well, yeah. Unfortunately, oh crap, I didn't do that quite correctly. Unfortunately, the passwords on game FAQs, they're all for automatic, and somehow it shows you winning every single race beforehand. So either the person who put those codes up really did somehow manage to win every single race in automatic, and that's quite an achievement, I must say, or he managed to do something like just figure out the passwords through like reading through the game files or something. That must be what it is, because I've tried, of course, you know, doing the last race, Australia, and I had 150 points. I could not for the life of me win. But of course, you know, if you win 15 races, you know, nobody's gonna beat you, obviously. So I could even crash out and still win the championship, which I have done before, of course. But yeah, no idea how you do it in automatic. That was the weirdest thing you probably ever heard my mouth do there. That odd swallow of saliva or something. Quality content I have. Quality content. Proper quality content, really. This turn just almost feels like a proper multi-radius turn as well. I'm not sure if it's like that in real life. This is one of my favorite tracks, but you know, on an actual F1 game, which I've played plenty of, I am quite excited for this, for the next F1 game. So even though we didn't have the season, we still have, yeah, we'll still have the game. It does look like it's going to be a lot of fun, especially with the new Michael Schumacher content. Michael Schumacher is probably just my favorite F1 driver. Kimi Räikkönen is up there as well. Sebastian Vettel too, of course. And I think a lot of people probably had a lot of reservations and doubts about the Vietnam Street Circuit in Hanoi. But seeing Into the Barrier drive it, actually, because we all know Into the Barrier is a very skilled F1 game player, it actually looks really cool. Like, it has a really odd layout looking at it from above, but actually driving through it, it's actually pretty cool, personally. I also want to drive on France Circuit Paul Ricard. I've heard people say that Paul Ricard's boring and things like that, but I'm actually quite excited personally. I remember Paul Ricard is in it's in Ferrari Challenge Trofeo Pirelli. Yeah, you're gonna see that it's gonna be a little bit more difficult for me to take these turns. I might show you a pit stop if ever I have a bigger lead than I do at present over the car behind. Actually, you know what? I will show you a pit stop. You might have noticed a pit lane earlier, and that's another thing. If you don't enter the pits, you can probably still move onto the pit line. It's kind of like, again, an F-Zero, so you can use that as a way to overtake other cars. So I'm not sure if the guy behind will catch me, so I'm going to show you how to pit. Just move over here like this, and you have to mash A and B. So I'm doing that right now. 5 seconds, not bad. Alright, so now the flags are flickering. They were flickering there for a moment, but as you can see, I've managed to make it out in front of second place, so that's happy days. And now I won't have the sliding problem as before. When it says to change tires, you really do have to change tires. It becomes unbearable. It's as if your tires have properly gone off the cliff. But yeah, if you don't cross the pit line, I think before the start-finish line, you can use it as an extra stretch of track. So you can pretty much get away with track extending. And I've just made a mess of this turn again. I don't think this turn is nearly as hard in real life or in the game. Well, I'm sure all the turns are hard in real life because you have to be a gifted person first of all to race any car, but to drive an F1 car especially, obviously. Bah. Alright, we won again. How nice. So I have no idea what happened to my teammate there, but yeah, well, I don't even remember the last time I saw a red car, to be honest, so he must have had an absolutely dreadful start from pole position. Okay, so he didn't even finish in the top 6. What happened to A sessions? My days. Like, how do you start on pole and then like was he the car that caught fire or something? Oh well, as you can see, I have a clear lead, 2 wins in a row, 14 points ahead of the next 2. So that's all nice, and we're 12 points ahead of the next team in the constructors race as well. How nice. Alright, well, I guess that caps off another video then. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next one.